Have you ever heard that intimacy or sex is no longer important as we age? That at some point, it naturally disappears, and we should just get used to it? If so, you're not alone, but the science says otherwise. In fact, maintaining a simple, natural habit like self-pleasure not only feels good, but can be an important key to maintaining overall health as you age. We're often encouraged to take care of our hearts, brains, and mobility as we age, but what about the body's most basic, natural physiological functions? Few people think about it, and many feel embarrassed to mention it. But ignoring it can accelerate aging, weaken the body, and increase the risk of serious diseases. Sex, especially self-pleasure in old age, is not something to be ashamed of, but can become a lifelong health habit. Research has shown that maintaining this activity can help protect the prostate, boost heart health, improve bladder control, improve mental health, improve sleep quality, and more. In this article/video, we explore 6 surprising scientific benefits of continuing to maintain intimacy, even with yourself, in your old age. Each reason is analyzed based on clear medical evidence, helping you better understand the most natural and positive way to care for yourself. If you are looking for a simple but powerful way to feel better, more alert, and live a better life every day, don't skip this habit. Because sometimes, the smallest and most natural things are the secret to a long and healthy life. 1. Prostate protection. When it comes to men's health, especially after age 60, the prostate is one of the organs that needs special attention. This is a small gland located below the bladder, which plays an important role in producing semen and supporting the reproductive process. However, over time, the prostate is prone to problems such as inflammation, prostate enlargement, BPH, and even cancer, diseases that are not only uncomfortable but also seriously affect the quality of life. But surprisingly, one of the simplest ways to care for the prostate is to maintain regular sexual activity, even in the form of self-satisfaction. Many scientific studies have shown that men with a higher ejaculation frequency have a lower risk of prostate cancer. This is because each ejaculation flushes the prostate of accumulated fluids, removing toxins and biological waste that can cause inflammation or create a favorable environment for abnormal cells to grow. If these substances are left to accumulate for a long time, the prostate gland will become clogged, easily leading to inflammation, swelling, pain, or enlargement of the gland. A real-life example from Mr. George, an 81-year-old man who used to suffer from frequent urination at night, a feeling of tension in the lower abdomen and discomfort when urinating. After sharing the problem with his doctor, he was advised to try adjusting his lifestyle, including maintaining intimacy in a way that is appropriate to his physical condition. After just a few weeks, he noticed a significant reduction in the number of times he urinated at night, and the feeling of discomfort was also significantly reduced. Thanks to that, he slept better, felt healthier, and especially his spirit was also improved. This is not an isolated case. A series of evidence shows that keeping the prostate gland active regularly through ejaculation helps reduce inflammation, improve pelvic blood circulation, and limit the accumulation of excess fluid. Just like you regularly run a machine to avoid rusting, your body also needs a regular warm-up to maintain optimal function. In short, sex should not be forgotten with age. On the contrary, it should be seen as an important part of comprehensive health care. If you are a man over 60, do not hesitate to maintain this habit, not only to satisfy physiological needs, but also as a proactive step to protect the prostate and improve the quality of life every day. 2. Improve cardiovascular health. The heart is the central organ of the body, not only helping to maintain life but also directly affecting energy levels, mobility, and spirit every day. For the elderly, cardiovascular health is a top concern because this is the stage when the risk of high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular diseases begins to increase significantly. But few people expect that maintaining a regular sex life, even by yourself, has a positive impact on the cardiovascular system in a clear and scientific way. When you participate in sexual activity, your heart begins to beat faster, blood flow is pumped more strongly, blood vessels dilate to bring oxygen throughout the body, just like when you exercise lightly. Studies have shown that men who have sex 2 to 3 times a week have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease than those who have sex less often. That's because this activity not only helps improve circulation but also helps lower blood pressure, reduce blood fat, and regulate heart rate. Imagine the body as a plumbing system. If the water does not flow regularly, moss and dirt will accumulate, clogging the pipes. Likewise, if the circulatory system is not activated regularly, blood can easily stagnate, increasing the risk of plaque formation in the blood vessel walls, leading to atherosclerosis, the main cause of many dangerous cardiovascular complications. Let's look at the story of Mr. Henry, a 74-year-old man who used to be very healthy, but after retirement he began to feel tired, poor circulation, cold hands and feet, and irregular blood pressure. After a regular health checkup, the doctor suggested that he should exercise more gently and especially not to ignore his personal sex life. He began to maintain a habit of self-care in a moderate and appropriate manner. The results were amazing: stable blood pressure, deeper sleep, and most importantly, he felt mentally refreshed and healthy like he was 50 again. The great thing is, this is not a complicated method, no gym, no medication, just understanding the value of taking care of cardiovascular health through a very natural and simple action. And it is completely within your control. So, if you are looking for a gentle yet effective way to protect your heart and increase your longevity, do not hesitate to maintain intimacy with your own body, because it is not only pleasurable, but also a great medicine for the heart. 3. Improve bladder control and reduce prostate problems. As we age, we realize that seemingly small things like sleeping through the night without having to wake up to urinate become luxuries. Many men over 60 face problems related to urination, such as frequent urination at night, difficulty urinating, weak urine flow, or feeling like they have not emptied their bladder completely. These problems not only cause insomnia and fatigue, but also directly affect the quality of life every day. Surprisingly, maintaining regular sexual activity, even in the form of self-sex, can be the key to significantly improving this condition. The reason lies in the pelvic floor muscles, especially the pelvic floor muscles, which play an important role in controlling the bladder and supporting the prostate. When you are sexually stimulated or have an orgasm, these muscles tighten and relax rhythmically, like a pelvic floor exercise. Regular exercise helps strengthen these muscles, thereby reducing urinary incontinence, urinary urgency, and improving bladder control. Not only that, this activity also helps increase blood flow to the prostate, helping to reduce inflammation, reduce congestion, and reduce the risk of prostate enlargement. A healthy prostate will significantly reduce the feeling of discomfort when urinating, while helping the urinary tract function more effectively. The story of Uncle Jim, a 74-year-old former firefighter, is clear evidence. He used to wake up 4 to 5 times a night because of the need to urinate, causing sleep interruptions, and his body was sluggish all day. After seeing a doctor, he was advised to exercise his pelvic area and maintain age-appropriate personal sexual activities. After a few weeks of perseverance, he found that he no longer woke up frequently at night. The urine stream was stronger, and the feeling of urinating was much more comfortable. Many men think of these issues as an inevitable part of aging, but that's not necessarily the case. The body can still recover and function well if it's cared for properly, even with something as natural and mundane as maintaining intimacy with yourself. So, if you're tired of waking up in the middle of the night, or feeling uncomfortable every time you urinate, don't just dismiss it as normal aging. Take it as a sign to start your journey to prostate health and bladder control proactively, the gentle, healthy, and completely natural way. For boost mental health and reduce stress. Old age often brings with it many unknowns. It can be the loneliness of growing up, the void when your partner is no longer around, or simply the silence that leaves your soul empty. It is hard to believe, but there is a very natural, very familiar action, maintaining intimacy with yourself, that can play an important role in helping you feel lighter, happier, and more optimistic in your daily life. When you reach orgasm during sexual activity, whether with a partner or alone, your body releases a series of hormones such as endorphins, dopamine, and oxytocin. These are happy hormones that help reduce stress, improve your mood, and create a feeling of comfort and relaxation. Interestingly, this effect is exactly the same as after you exercise, meditate, or listen to your favorite music, but it is easier to do and brings a deeper, more personal feeling. Listen to the story of Mr. Frank, 72 years old, lost his wife after 40 years of marriage. After the pain, he gradually fell into a state of prolonged sadness. His previous pleasures such as walking, watching TV, or chatting with neighbors no longer made him happy. During a routine checkup, the doctor advised him to find ways to relieve his stress through activities that create positive emotions, including maintaining personal intimacy habits. At first, he felt shy, but then decided to give it a try. And after only a few weeks, he noticed a clear difference. He slept better, felt more comfortable, and the feeling of loneliness gradually faded away. Maintaining intimacy is not just a physiological matter. It is also a connection with your own body, a way to remind yourself that you are still alive, still feel joy, still deserve to be appreciated and cared for. In fact, many older people think that these things are no longer necessary, but that is a misunderstanding. There is no age when you can't feel happy. And if there is a simple, natural, and healthy way to rejuvenate your spirit, why not try it? Consider it a gift to yourself, a gentle, non-prescription spiritual medicine that can bring you truly fulfilled and meaningful days. 5. Reduces the risk of prostate problems. The prostate gland, although small, only the size of a walnut, plays an extremely important role in the male reproductive and excretory systems. When young, few people pay attention to it. But when entering the age of 50, 60, or more, the prostate begins to speak up with silent signs such as frequent urination at night, weak urine flow, or the feeling of incomplete urination. And then, many men fall into a state of prostate enlargement, even facing the risk of cancer. The good news is, there is a simple, natural way to support a healthy prostate. Maintain sexual activity, even with yourself. It may sound surprising, but science has shown that regular ejaculation helps clean out waste, reduce inflammation, and support blood circulation in the prostate. Some studies show that men who ejaculate frequently 4 to 7 times/week can reduce their risk of prostate cancer by up to 33% compared to those who are less sexually active. The reason is simple. If the prostate holds fluid for a long time without being released, harmful toxins, bacteria, and hormones can accumulate, causing inflammation and stimulating the growth of abnormal cells. Like a machine, if not operated regularly, it is prone to rust and operate less effectively. The story of Uncle John, 68 years old, is a typical example. He started to urinate frequently at night, felt discomfort in the lower abdomen, and sometimes had blockage when urinating. After examination, the doctor concluded that the prostate was starting to enlarge slightly and advised him to change his lifestyle, including maintaining a regular ejaculation habit. At first, John found it strange, but after a few months of doing it, the symptoms were significantly reduced: less frequent urination at night, a lighter feeling, no more stuck when urinating. It's a small change, but it brings a big quality of life. Caring about prostate health is not just for those who already have problems, but a proactive habit for early prevention. Just taking the time to take care of yourself, listening to your body's needs, and maintaining a natural routine, you have helped yourself avoid many inconveniences, discomforts, and even dangers in the future. Remember, prostate care is not a big deal, but it should be done every day. And sometimes, the best thing you can do for your health comes from small actions that you have complete control over. 6. Improve sleep quality. Sleep, seemingly simple, but is one of the most important factors to maintain overall health, especially as we enter our later years. Many older people struggle every night with difficulty falling asleep, not sleeping deeply, waking up many times, or feeling tired when waking up even though they have been in bed all night. But you may not know, maintaining sexual activity, even when alone, is one of the most effective and safest natural sleeping pills. When reaching orgasm, the body will secrete a series of hormones that help relax the nerves and easily enter a state of deep rest. The hormones oxytocin, also known as the happy hormone, and prolactin, two main factors that help the body feel peaceful, comfortable, and sleep easily, are strongly produced after ejaculation. At the same time, the level of the hormone cortisol, stress hormone, also decreases significantly, helping the mind to calm down, releasing the worries that lurk in your head all day long. Take, for example, Mr. Robert, a 78-year-old retired teacher who suffered from chronic insomnia. Despite trying many methods, cutting out coffee, drinking herbal tea, deep breathing, listening to meditation music, sleep still did not come easily. Then, during a conversation with a doctor, Mr. Robert was suggested a completely natural method: maintaining the habit of regular ejaculation before going to bed. At first, he was hesitant because he thought it was inappropriate for his age. But after trying it for a few weeks, a miracle happened. He fell asleep easier, no longer woke up in the middle of the night, and woke up feeling refreshed and lightheaded. Not only that, this activity is also like a form of light exercise that helps burn energy, reduce muscle tension, and calm the nervous system, similar to when you take a light walk before bed. This is a natural chain of reactions of the body, No need for drugs, no side effects, and completely under your control. Many people think that insomnia is an inevitable part of aging. But the truth is that there are simple ways to get a good night's sleep, and one of them is to take care of your personal physiological health. A good night's sleep not only helps you feel more energetic every morning, but also enhances your memory, balances your emotions, and protects your heart, all of which are extremely important in middle age and old age. So don't take these seemingly small things for granted. Such a healthy, natural, and easy habit can be the key to deep sleep, a peaceful mind, and a new day full of energy. After all we have discovered together, you may have realized one thing. Sexual health is not just a young person's thing, but a natural, important, and cherished part of life. Maintaining sexual activity, whether with a partner or simply as a way to take care of yourself, brings many benefits to your physical and mental health, from protecting your prostate, improving blood circulation, controlling your bladder, strengthening your heart, to improving sleep and reducing stress. It is unfortunate that many of us still carry old prejudices, thinking that, when you get old, you have to stop, that taking care of your personal needs is shameful or inappropriate. But modern science and real-life experience have proven the opposite. Our bodies, no matter what age, still need to be loved, operated, and kept healthy. Think about it simply. A body that is used regularly is a healthy body. Just as muscles weaken if they are not exercised, the reproductive system will gradually decline if it is neglected. And you don't have to do anything big. Just a little time for yourself, a small, regular routine, can make a big difference in the quality of your life. Staying sexually active is not something to be afraid of, but a smart, healthy, positive self-care choice. It doesn't require expensive medications, nor does it depend on someone else. It just requires you to understand your own worth and be willing to love yourself. Aging doesn't mean giving up the things that make you feel alive. On the contrary, it's the perfect time to listen to your body, appreciate every moment, and enjoy life more fully than ever. Remember, your body doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be cared for. And every act of self-care, no matter how small, is a way for you to say to yourself, I am worthy of health, joy, and peace. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.